Today we're going to take a look at some films made by the now defunct film company Surrender Cinema, a company that was primarily known for making softcore porn films. A fun fact, Surrender Cinema was owned by Full Moon Entertainment, the film company best known for making the Puppet Master movies. The first movie is The Exotic Time Machine, which, as far as having a plot goes, it's just mainly an excuse to send people back in time to areas where they can fuck historical figures, such as Marie Antoinette and Al Capone. Yeah. And for some reason, Aladdin. This is a very cheaply made production. Whatever special effects they have are obviously stock footage from some slightly bigger budgeted film, probably made by Full Moon. And it's along the lines of so bad you can laugh at its cheesiness. If there's any positives about it, it's that it does have a good music score that does make the sex scenes somewhat erotic. And everyone in this movie does a kind of okay job. Like, the acting is not meant to be top notch, it's just meant to be there. As a movie, I give it somewhere around 2 or 3 out of 10. Like, it's cheesy and fun to make fun of, but yeah, pretty bad. But as a porn film, I give it about 5 out of 10. And then its sequel, The Exotic Time Machine 2, which is a sequel in name only. With movies like these, no one really cares if the plot connects, they just want to see the tits and ass. The catchphrase is, "History class was never this much fun." I don't know about that. I mean, sure, I did not have a great time in school, and I don't really think that highly of the education system, but I remember having a few nice times in history class, particularly in middle school. So what's the plot of this one, if there is any? Just some idiots go back in time and fuck historical figures. In this one, it takes us back to the time periods of Leonardo da Vinci and the hippie movement of the 60s, where there aren't any historical figures there, just some brain-dead stoned hippie chicks. And for some reason, and kind of like the first one, where they went back to Aladdin, this one goes back to the time of King Arthur and Merlin. And, well, the first one is just kind of a bunch of sex scenes with some pretty okay music. This one does have some good comedy in it, particularly during the King Arthur scenes where they have this funny guy playing Merlin who does get a good laugh in every once in a while. The music in this one is not as good as the first one. Like, the first one had some good scoring to it. This one has a score, I guess, that is supposed to be some kind of rhythm feeling, but it sounds more like someone whacking a 2x4 against the floor. And while the acting in the first one was kind of okay, this one does have some pretty terrible moments. And I guess if there's anything left to say about this movie, it's, if you can see it carefully, this copy that I own is the director's cut. And my thought is, this shit was popular enough to get a director's cut? And as a movie, I give the second one 2.3 out of 10. And as porn, I give it 4. They're not good movies, if you can even call them movies. I would say these are movies that the cinema snob would make fun of, but they're too fucking tame. And did I learn anything from watching them? Yeah, apparently in softcore porn, you can have a girl flash her asshole and have her vagina spread open as much as you want. But as far as showing a guy's penis, that is a complete no-no. Like, you can't even show a hint. And after watching both of these movies, I think I'd rather watch a film full of a bunch of penises than I would a bunch of vaginas. Also, I guess my biggest problem with these two cheesy pieces of shit is that these covers imply that there will be hot girls riding futuristic motorcycles. Well, there's no such scene in these cheap-ass flicks. The covers lied!